Have you ever been woken up in the middle of the night by a sudden, intense pain in your calf, as if the muscle were being twisted forcefully? If the answer is yes, you're not alone. It's estimated that up to 60% of people over 60 suffer from leg cramps regularly, especially during sleep. These involuntary muscle contractions aren't just uncomfortable, they can indicate nutritional deficiencies, poor circulation, or even more serious neurological issues. And the worst part? They're often dismissed as trivial. The good news is that certain natural foods can help significantly in preventing these painful episodes, strengthening muscles, improving mineral balance in the body, and protecting your mobility. In this video, you'll discover the 3 most effective foods to prevent leg cramps in people over 60. But we'll go even further. You'll understand why these pains occur, what they might signal, and how to prevent them in your daily life. If you care about your health, your independence, and want to keep moving safely and autonomously, this content is for you. Share it with others who might need this information. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and stay until the end. You'll be surprised by the 3rd food on the list. Cramps are involuntary, painful contractions of a muscle or muscle group that occur suddenly and can last from a few seconds to several minutes. They most commonly affect the legs, especially the calves, but can also occur in the feet, thighs, or even hands. When a muscle cramps, it contracts intensely and uncontrollably, making it impossible to relax immediately. The result is sharp, often debilitating pain. In some cases, even after the pain subsides, the area remains tender and stiff for a while. While anyone can experience cramps, they're more common in older adults. This happens because, as we age, the body undergoes natural changes, loss of muscle mass, reduced tissue hydration, and changes in blood circulation, all factors that contribute to these contractions. Understanding what a cramp is the first step to preventing it. But to take effective action, it's essential to know why they become more frequent with age, and that's what you'll learn next in the following chapter. As we age, our bodies undergo natural transformations that directly affect how muscles function. And this is precisely why cramps become increasingly common after 60. The first factor is the progressive loss of muscle mass, known as sarcopenia. This process, which begins subtly after 40, intensifies with age and compromises not only muscle strength but also the muscle's ability to respond properly to stimuli. Weakened muscles are more prone to disordered contractions, in other words, cramps. Additionally, there's a reduction in body hydration. Even if an older person drinks fluids throughout the day, their body tends to retain less water, directly affecting electrolyte balance, especially levels of potassium, magnesium, and calcium. Deficiencies in these minerals disrupt communication between nerves and muscles, leading to painful spasms. Another critical factor is decreased blood circulation. As we age, blood vessels lose elasticity, and blood flow to the lower limbs becomes less efficient. With less oxygen and nutrients reaching the muscles, the risk of involuntary contractions increases. And we can't ignore the role of medications. Many older adults take daily medications, such as diuretics for high blood pressure or statins for cholesterol, which, though necessary, can deplete essential minerals or affect peripheral nerves. Lastly, there's the behavioral factor. With age, many people become less physically active. Lack of stretching, prolonged sitting or resting, and the absence of regular exercise contribute to muscle stiffness, increasing the likelihood of cramps. In short, cramps in older adults aren't just a coincidence of aging. They result from a combination of physical, metabolic, and even behavioral factors that accumulate over time. Now that you understand why these pains are so common with age, it's time to learn the warning signs that a cramp might not just be a nuisance but a possible indicator of a more serious problem. Most muscle cramps are benign and temporary, but when they become frequent, intense, or occur in unusual situations, they may be a silent warning that something more serious is happening in the body. It's important to pay attention to unusual patterns. For example, if you experience cramps almost every night or they appear during rest without prior physical exertion, this could signal a systemic imbalance. Another red flag is when cramps are accompanied by swelling, redness, or localized warmth. This may indicate deep vein thrombosis, a serious condition where a blood clot forms in a deep leg vein. In these cases, the pain might be mistaken for a cramp, but the severity is much greater. Ignoring this symptom can be life-threatening. Cramps accompanied by tingling or numbness in the legs or feet also warrant investigation. These symptoms may be linked to neuropathies, nerve damage often seen in people with type 2 diabetes, kidney problems, or B vitamin deficiencies. If you're losing muscle strength along with cramps, especially on one side of the body, it's essential to seek medical advice. These signs could be related to neurological disorders like ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or other rare but serious conditions. Another point of concern is long-term medications. Drugs like statins for cholesterol or diuretics for high blood pressure can cause cramps as a side effect. In some cases, simply adjusting the dose or switching medications can resolve the issue. Remember, your body is always communicating with you. Sometimes, a simple cramp may just be due to fatigue or dehydration. But when episodes recur, change patterns, or come with other symptoms, it's best to seek medical evaluation. Preventing serious issues starts with paying attention to small signs. And one of these signs might be in your diet, or rather, what's missing from it. In the next chapter, you'll discover which common dietary mistakes may be worsening your cramps without you realizing it. Often, the root of cramps lies in what we do, or don't, put on our plates every day. Diet has a direct impact on muscle health, and simple, repeated mistakes may be behind those painful nighttime or walking-induced contractions. One major mistake is not eating enough magnesium, potassium, and calcium-rich foods, 3 essential minerals for proper muscle function. Magnesium, for example, acts as a neuromuscular regulator, preventing excessive contractions. Without it, muscles become more excitable and prone to cramps. Potassium helps balance bodily fluids and transmit nerve impulses, while calcium is crucial for controlled muscle contractions. Unfortunately, many people over 60 unknowingly reduce their intake of these nutrients, for instance, avoiding fruits due to sugar concerns, or leafy greens because they're hard to chew or tasteless. This deprives the body of essential minerals. Another common mistake is replacing balanced meals with quick, processed snacks. Crackers, chips, deli meats, and ultra-processed foods are convenient but high in sodium and preservatives, with little nutritional value. Excess sodium also promotes dehydration, another cramp trigger. Many older adults also reduce their water intake, either due to fear of incontinence or simply forgetting to hydrate. This impairs nerve-muscle communication, increases toxin concentration, and raises the risk of involuntary contractions. Restrictive diets, like those cutting out carbs or fruits entirely, can also be harmful. Unbalanced diets, especially without professional guidance, lead to deficiencies in nutrients critical for muscle and overall health. The key is understanding that eating well doesn't mean eating a lot or expensively. It means consciously choosing foods that nourish your body, replenish deficiencies, and prevent symptoms like cramps from worsening. Next, we'll discuss practical ways to include these nutrients in your diet and the role of hydration. The next topic is crucial: the importance of water and how it directly prevents cramps. Water is often neglected in daily routines, especially by those over 60. But dehydration is one of the most frequent and silent causes of muscle cramps. Worryingly, thirst signals weaken with age, so many older adults don't realize they're drinking less than their bodies need. When dehydrated, blood volume decreases, directly affecting muscle irrigation. With less oxygen and nutrients reaching muscle fibers, they become more prone to uncontrolled contractions. Additionally, water loss disrupts electrolyte balance, especially potassium, magnesium, and sodium, key minerals for preventing cramps. Few realize that even mild dehydration, just 2% of body weight, can cause significant muscle effects, including spasms, weakness, and pain. For older adults, sensitivity to this loss is even higher. Many avoid drinking water to reduce nighttime bathroom trips or believe juices, coffee, or soda suffice for hydration, a dangerous misconception. No beverage replaces pure water's role in kidney function, nerve signaling, and muscle recovery. The safest recommendation is to drink water throughout the day, even without thirst. Keeping a water bottle nearby, setting fixed times, or pairing hydration with meals can help. Water-rich foods like watermelon, cucumber, oranges, and zucchini also aid hydration. Note: diuretics, commonly taken for high blood pressure, increase fluid and mineral loss. If you take these, extra hydration is essential. Remember, water is a natural, side effect-free, and vital remedy for preventing cramps. If you've been experiencing nighttime or post-walk muscle pain, try increasing your water intake for a few days and notice the difference. Our muscles don't work alone. To contract and relax properly, they rely on constant communication between nerves and the muscular system, and this communication only happens healthily with balanced minerals in the body. 3 minerals stand out for cramp prevention: magnesium, potassium, and calcium. Magnesium is one of the most important. It directly controls muscle excitation, preventing involuntary contractions. A deficiency makes muscles more prone to sudden spasms. Older adults often lack magnesium due to poor diet or intestinal absorption issues. Potassium is another vital mineral. It regulates electrical impulses between nerves and muscles. Without enough potassium, muscles receive disordered signals, leading to spasms and cramps. Since potassium is lost through urine, long-term diuretic use, common in older adults, increases deficiency risks. Calcium, essential for strong bones, also plays a key role in controlled muscle contraction. Without adequate calcium, muscles can't relax after contracting, causing persistent cramps. With age, the body absorbs less calcium from food, and deficiency worsens if vitamin D levels are also low. Other minerals, like sodium, zinc, and phosphorus, also influence muscle health in smaller amounts. Balance is key. Excess sodium, for instance, can cause fluid retention and disrupt muscle electrical activity. Rather than focusing on isolated supplements, aim for a varied diet rich in vegetables, fruits, nuts, and natural sources of these nutrients. Supplementation may help but should only be done under medical supervision, as excess minerals can also cause problems. Next, you'll discover the first food on our main list: a simple, affordable food packed with potassium. It could be your best ally against cramps. Food 1. Banana. The banana is undoubtedly one of the most effective and accessible foods for preventing muscle cramps. It's rich in potassium, one of the most important minerals for healthy muscle function, especially during muscle relaxation when cramps often strike. With adequate potassium, electrical signals between nerves and muscles flow more smoothly, ensuring controlled contractions and reducing involuntary spasms. But bananas offer more. They also contain magnesium and vitamin B6, which work together to prevent muscle fatigue and regulate nerve excitability. This makes bananas especially helpful for older adults with nighttime spasms or post-sitting leg pain. Bananas require no prep, are easy to chew, and can be eaten anywhere, perfect for busy lifestyles. For cramp sufferers, try eating 1 banana daily, ideally at breakfast or as an afternoon snack. Pair it with oatmeal or yogurt to boost calcium and fiber intake. Some worry about bananas' sugar content, especially diabetics. When eaten in moderation, and ideally with fiber or protein, bananas don't spike blood sugar sharply. Still, diabetics should consult a doctor or nutritionist for portion guidance. Bonus: bananas aid digestion, ensuring better nutrient absorption, including cramp-fighting minerals. A regulated gut means a nourished, balanced body. While bananas aren't a meal replacement, they're a powerful cramp-fighting ally. Best of all, they're affordable, available year-round, and appeal to most palates. Next, we'll explore another essential food, a dark leafy green often overlooked but miraculous for muscle health: spinach and leafy greens. Food 2. Spinach or leafy greens. If there's an underrated yet essential food group for cramp prevention, it's dark leafy greens, especially spinach. Rich in magnesium, calcium, potassium, and vitamin K, these greens offer a powerhouse of benefits for muscles, bones, and circulation. Spinach, in particular, is one of the richest magnesium sources. As mentioned earlier, magnesium regulates muscle contractions, preventing involuntary spasms. Spinach also provides potassium, balancing cellular fluids, and calcium, crucial for muscle relaxation. Another benefit of leafy greens is their natural anti-inflammatory effect, reducing minor inflammations linked to chronic muscle pain or oversensitivity to stimuli. Vitamin K, abundant in spinach, supports blood vessel health and improves circulation, ensuring muscles receive oxygen and nutrients. For older adults, this is critical, as peripheral circulation tends to decline with age. Beyond spinach, kale, arugula, watercress, and broccoli are excellent options. All are low-calorie, easy to prepare, and highly nutritious. To incorporate them, try varied preparations, lightly sautéed with olive oil, steamed, in soups, or raw in salads. For those with chewing difficulties, blend greens with fruits for a nutritious green smoothie. Some older adults claim to dislike greens or lack the habit, but taste buds can and should be retrained over time. With good seasoning and simple recipes, these veggies become enjoyable staples. Important: if you take anticoagulants like warfarin, consult your doctor before increasing vitamin K-rich foods, as they may interfere with medication. Don't underestimate these leaves. They're cheap, versatile, and packed with natural remedies, especially for fighting cramps and protecting muscles. Now, prepare to meet the third food on our list, avocado, a fruit many avoid mistakenly but is an incredible ally for muscle health and more. Food 3. Avocado. Avocados, long unfairly avoided, are actually one of the most complete and functional foods for preventing cramps and strengthening muscle health, especially after 60. Rich in potassium, magnesium, healthy fats, and vitamin E, they support balanced, well-nourished, and protected muscles. Half a medium avocado contains more potassium than a whole banana, helping regulate nerve signals to muscles and reducing involuntary contractions. Its magnesium content further protects by aiding muscle relaxation and preventing lactic acid buildup, a cramp contributor. Avocado's monounsaturated fats, good fats, improve cardiovascular health, reduce inflammation, and enhance blood flow. For older adults, this ensures muscles receive nutrients efficiently, staying active and spasm-free. Vitamin E in avocados acts as an antioxidant, combating free radicals that damage muscle cells and accelerate tissue aging. This protection is especially valuable for older adults with slower cell regeneration. Contrary to myth, avocados don't cause weight gain when eaten in moderation. They're nutrient-dense, meaning small portions offer big benefits, including satiety, reducing unhealthy food cravings. For daily intake, try half a small avocado. Enjoy it plain, drizzled with olive oil, blended into plant-based smoothies, or in savory dishes like whole grain spreads. Avoid excess and added sugars. Avocados aren't just for weight gain or gym goers. They're pure energy and muscle-balancing powerhouses, exactly what a mature body needs to stay strong, active, and cramp-free. Now that you've learned the 3 most effective cramp-fighting foods, the next chapter will show how to incorporate them simply into your daily routine, even with limited time or cooking skills. Knowing which foods prevent cramps is just the first step. The real challenge, especially for older adults, is making these foods a simple, enjoyable, and sustainable habit. After all, knowledge is useless without action. The good news? Bananas, spinach, and avocados are easy to find, require minimal prep, and adapt to various meal times and preferences. Start with bananas. Eat them at breakfast, plain, sliced with oatmeal and cinnamon, or as a mid-morning/afternoon snack paired with yogurt for extra calcium and protein. For a quick smoothie, blend a banana with plant-based milk or water. For spinach and leafy greens, variety is key. Sauté them with garlic, add to omelets or soups, or enjoy raw in salads with olive oil and lemon. For chewing or digestion issues, blend kale or spinach with apple, cucumber, and water for a nutritious green juice. Avocados can star at breakfast or dinner. Mash a tablespoon with olive oil and salt as a whole grain toast spread, blend with cocoa and honey for a healthy dessert, or cube into tomato lime salads. For busy schedules or limited mobility, prep ahead, cook veggies weekly, store them in fridge containers, and pre-wash/portion fruits. Small steps simplify daily routines. If caring for older adults, involve them in meal prep, even just choosing ingredients, to boost interest and enjoyment. Eating well is emotional. Feeling active in the process makes a difference. Finally, for specific dietary restrictions, diabetes, high blood pressure, or blood thinners, consult a nutritionist or doctor to adjust portions safely. The goal is a simple, pleasurable, and consistent eating routine where these foods fit naturally. Consistency brings results. Next, we'll address a critical question. When does a cramp stop being just a nuisance and warrant medical attention? Stay alert. While many cramps are benign and manageable with diet, hydration, and physical adjustments, some cases signal serious issues requiring medical attention. Frequency is the first red flag. Daily or weekly cramps, especially during rest, suggest systemic imbalance, even if you're eating well. Recurring muscle pain deserves investigation. Intensity matters too. Severe cramps that immobilize, cause swelling, or leave muscles sore for days may indicate circulatory or neurological problems. Note if pain is localized or accompanied by burning, tingling, or numbness. Cramps with swelling, bluish skin, fever, or extreme fatigue could signal deep vein thrombosis, a life-threatening blood clot. Immediate evaluation is crucial. New cramps after starting medications, diuretics, statins, antidepressants, or blood pressure drugs may reflect electrolyte imbalances. Dose adjustments or alternatives might help. Chronic conditions, diabetes, kidney disease, thyroid disorders, or neurological issues heighten cramp risks. Here, cramps may indicate disease progression or treatment side effects. If cramps begin after 60 with no prior history and persist despite proper diet/hydration, blood tests, checking vitamins, minerals, kidney/liver function, are essential. Remember, healthcare isn't just symptom relief, it's understanding causes. Pain is your body speaking. Listening can prevent serious complications. One of the most common complaints among adults over 60 is waking at night with intense calf or foot cramps. These nocturnal contractions disrupt sleep, mood, and quality of life. The good news? A simple, consistent nighttime routine can drastically reduce these episodes. It starts with preparing your body for rest. First, stretch lightly before bed. Gentle leg, foot, and lower back stretches relax muscles, improve circulation, and ease daily tension. A simple wall push, heels to floor, can make a big difference. Avoid sleeping with feet fully extended, as with high pillows or soft mattresses, which keeps leg muscles tense. A small pillow under knees or ankles promotes neutral posture. Hydrate wisely at night. Avoid excess fluids before bed to prevent sleep-disrupting bathroom trips, but ensure adequate daytime water intake. A small cup of warm water or calming tea, like chamomile, aids relaxation without disruption. Avoid dehydrating or overstimulating foods/drinks late in the day. Coffee, alcohol, salty/sugary foods. These deplete minerals and hinder muscle relaxation. Keep feet warm. Cold causes vasoconstriction, narrowed blood vessels, reducing muscle oxygenation. Cotton socks, a light blanket, or warm foot baths before bed help. Stick to consistent sleep-wake times. Routine helps internal balance. A friend to muscle health. With small changes, nights and subsequent days can transform. Pain-free sleep means waking refreshed, balanced, and mobile. We've reached the end, but this could mark the start of a new health chapter, with fewer pains, more mobility, and peaceful sleep. Throughout this video, you've learned that muscle cramps aren't just passing nuisances. They can signal bodily imbalances, nutritional gaps, or even circulatory/neurological issues. The key lies in observing signs, adopting simple habits, and seeking professional guidance when needed. Key actionable tips to start today. Boost potassium, magnesium, and calcium intake via natural foods like bananas, spinach, and avocados. Stay well hydrated daily, even without thirst. Avoid processed foods, excess salt, and stimulants, especially at night. Stretch before bed to prep muscles for rest. Monitor cramp frequency/severity, seeking medical help when needed. Remember, prevention is always best. A well-nourished, hydrated, and cared-for body ages more gracefully. Beyond cramp prevention, these steps strengthen muscles, protect bones, improve balance, and preserve independence for years. If you found this helpful, share it with others who might benefit. Subscribe for more science-backed wellness content. In the comments, share, which of these tips do you already practice? Thanks for watching. Take good care, because your health deserves attention every day.